When I had first watched the Haters Back Off show on Netflix in 2017, I really didn't know what to think. It was the combination of one of the weirdest and sometimes funniest YouTube stars at the time, Miranda Sings, with the budget and distribution of a Netflix show. Because frankly, it was a Netflix show. I had binge watched the first 2 seasons pretty much back to back, and the next thing I knew, the show was gone. It vanished. And it ended like this.
Miranda, can you land on something? It's been 30 minutes.
Today we get to meet the talented and hilarious actress who plays YouTube sensation Miranda Sings. Who the heck is that?
Hello everyone, how you doing today? My name is Paul Groseclose and I'm on the channel make videos about social media and the influencers on those platforms. So if you guys are new here and also dig this sort of content, make sure to smash subscribe. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down what the heck happened to the Haters Back Off show, because frankly, there's nothing on YouTube about this subject and I'm really curious. I have no idea what happened to this. So without further ado, let's get into it. What the heck happened? So, if you've been living under the rock for the past few years, Miranda Sings is an internet character and personality created and portrayed by Colleen Ballinger, whose first videos dated back to 2008. And the Miranda Sings brand has now amassed over 10 million subscribers, pretty much becoming a social media icon. Colleen had been working on a Miranda Sings type show since the very beginning, and she ended up pitching her show, later titled Haters Back Off, to a ton of different TV networks. She ended up securing an offer from both HBO and Netflix, and in the end, Haters Back Off landed on Netflix in the fall of 2016. The first season of Haters Back Off aired to somewhat mixed reviews, but still stayed above water, telling the origins of Miranda Sings. Season 2 was released soon after in 2017, which followed Miranda checking off all the boxes in her 5 steps to success.
This YouTube thing is gonna launch us into my new 5-phase plan for fame.
Sounds easy to me.
And season 2 ended like this. Basically, Miranda had made a fool of herself on live television or something, and to save her career, her manager had to hire Colleen Ballinger to pretend to be the actor behind Miranda Sings. Season 3 of the show was supposed to tell the tale of Colleen and Miranda meeting up, and personally, I really feel like this would have been a really awesome and amazing conclusion to a 3-act, 3-season story arc. But the problem is, it never happened. On December 1st, 2017, just 2 months after season 2 of Haters Back Off released on Netflix, Netflix officially canceled the show. But weirdly, it didn't end there, and honestly, the cancellation of the show isn't that noteworthy in retrospect. Colleen tweeted this after Haters Back Off was officially canceled. Absolutely devastated that Haters Back Off isn't coming back for another season. I put my entire heart and soul into the show, and finding out the news has left me heartbroken. Thank you to the writers, producers, and crew for working so hard to make my imaginary world a reality. That tweet was all fine and dandy, nothing weird there. But not long after, Colleen's fans began to somewhat harass the Netflix support team, and let me read you these messages. They're kind of weird, sketchy. Alright, let's get into it. Fan, I was wondering why the Netflix series Haters Back Off isn't getting a season 3. Netflix, I know you probably heard rumors that the show is going to be canceled, but that is not true. Based on the popularity this show has gotten, we are definitely working hard to air a season 3 soon. Experiences just like this one occurred to countless individuals, and Netflix was obviously shedding the blame of canceling the show onto Colleen. In one of the conversations, even Netflix saying that this wouldn't be the first time a YouTuber would fabricate a story. Colleen then tweeted this in response to the messages the fans were receiving via Netflix. Netflix made the decision to not renew the show, and when they called to tell me there would not be a season 3, I was devastated. I would have done the show as long as they would have had me. Netflix then tweeted soon after saying this: Haters Back Off is not returning, but it is unacceptable to disparage Colleen. We are looking into this. Some time would pass and Colleen would eventually upload a video to her channel on December 30th, 2017 titled My Experience with Netflix.
Hi guys, I'm Colleen, and this video is gonna be really long.
So firstly, she opens her video explaining the relationship that she had with Netflix over the past few years, and explains the cancellation of her show.
Many years ago, when I created the character of Miranda, I knew I wanted to do something bigger with the character, kind of expand her world. So we pitched the show to Netflix. Netflix was incredible to work with because they were really open to letting me have a lot of creative control. So then we got picked up for a season 2. I was just twiddling my thumbs, hoping to get a season 3. I really wanted a season 3. So then I got a call from my agent one morning, and I said, no season 3. I just knew. And he was like, yeah, no season 3. So this is what I did when I found out. I cried. After it was announced the show was not coming back, so many of you guys are so sweet and supportive of me that you went on to Netflix and you started writing to them. But a lot of you guys were talking to customer service support. I don't know who those people are, but apparently they didn't know who I was either. and they said some nasty things about me, which was really weird. So everyone I know at Netflix and I've worked with at Netflix is incredible and so sweet and like amazing, and I would work with all of them again in a heartbeat. I am so grateful for what I got to do. I'm so sad it's over.
That, my friends, is really where the public story ends. At this point, not much else has been said on the matter. Colleen's now going on Broadway, and Miranda Sings even has a Netflix comedy special, so everyone's just kind of moved on. But this whole situation, it's just really weird. The show, it was such a hidden gem, and it's a real shame that it wasn't allowed to continue. In Colleen's video, she stated that she didn't want to explain why she couldn't just do season 3 on her own, and that's probably because there's an NDA involved. But the fact that she couldn't just produce a season 3 on her own really comes down to two things. Firstly, the budget. Netflix put a hefty sum of money behind this show and paid working wages to every actor and crew member on the set. And this is not a dig at Colleen, but I mean, I know how YouTube money works, and especially if she's just doing ads, it's not gonna be great. She wouldn't even make close to the amount of investment that it would cost to like make a season 3 of Haters Back Off. Secondly, I'm pretty sure that the film rights to Miranda Sings still is owned by Netflix. Now, of course, Colleen is the brains and the brawn behind the Miranda Sings mythology, but Netflix still owns the film rights to different properties for certain periods of time. If you're confused, here's a really good example of how this all works in the industry. Back in the day, Marvel Comics was going bankrupt, and out of last resort sold the film rights to their characters to major studios. And that's how we got the Fox X-Men series, the Deadpool, the multiple Spider-Man reboots. A clause in these contracts, though, is that if the studio does not use a character in a feature film or TV show for a certain period of time, the film rights revert back to the original owner. And that's the main reason why we saw The Amazing Spider-Man so soon after Spider-Man 3. So yeah, hopefully that makes some sense. I don't even think that Colleen could use Miranda Sings in another show like from HBO, even if she had the opportunity. But those, my friends, are my thoughts, and I'm curious about yours. But this video, it begs a question. Where did Colleen Ballinger learn to act, sing, and perform as Miranda so flawlessly? Now, I'm sure experience, musicals, and talent helps a lot, but I'm sure Colleen learned a ton of her skills on platforms like YouTube and Skillshare. Now, obviously, I'm not a big enough channel to actually be sponsored by Skillshare, but Skillshare is an awesome online learning community for creators where you can learn all things from growing your Instagram or Twitter pages, or in this context, how to learn how to act effectively. As I said, I am not sponsored by Skillshare, but there is a link in the description down below that is affiliate, so you click on the link, get a free trial. It does help out the channel. Anyways, I don't know about you guys, but I really wish we could have gotten Haters Back Off season 3. I remember it being such a weird, quirky, and frankly hilarious show, and season 2 had such a good cliffhanger. What happens next?